everyone. Just getting on, and we're going to talk about network marketing. And so I told you guys last Friday that we are going to roll out training. And I talk to so many people all the time about this business opportunity and network marketing, and it looks so different in everybody's business and everybody's eyes. And so me as a leader, I think it's just important that, I have my structure and teaching, and we're all kind of unique. And it's so important that, we join where we feel comfortable, where, we're getting the most support in our business. And so, I'm just excited to finally roll out my training, be in your guys' face every day, telling you what you need to do. Heck, hey, Danae, I'm sorry. But, it's just all about, where we're getting that support. And that's what we talked about on Friday. So now it's like, we are in a business, and we've got this network marketing business. And you hear so many good things, you hear bad things about it, and you're not sure exactly what is this? I'm in a network marketing business, or I'm in a multi-level marketing business. And so what does that look like? What is that in your business? What does that look like? And so I just want to break this down in very small pieces for you guys to really understand, because owning a business is not working for someone. It's working for yourself. So we have to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, is this for me? Can I run a business? Can I be accountable? If I'm going to do this, am I teachable? Not everybody's fit for this. And if you are, this is a great model. It's a great model to succeed in, especially in CBD. We're here. We love it. We know people that make livings from network marketing companies. And so they're not bad. They're great for the right people. And so if you want to be this, you have to get the training and you have to understand it. And so I have spent quite a lot of time trying to, put these pieces together for you guys so that you can get in that right mindset, know that you have the support that you need for your business. And that's pretty much why I created this page, is to give you guys this support and give you the training that you need, because not everybody comes in understanding the criterias and what it means to own your own business, but you have the passion and you want to do it because you want to make a difference in your life. And so I commend you for doing that, because this is the biggest step right here, is that decision, that big moment in our lives that we say, okay, this is it. This is what I want to do. I have to train myself. I have to be teachable. I have to be accountable. I have to do the things that I don't want to do to succeed. And so with all that being said, I went in and started with ground zero. What is network marketing? What is it? Well, I looked into the business directory. I want to read it just word for word so that you can understand exactly what they're saying, word for word. Direct selling method in which independent agents serve as distributors of goods and services. So you are an independent. You are by yourself. So that means independent. I homeschooled. I was independent, but I needed to be part of other homeschooling people. So that's where the whole plug-in and your group support, because you're going to be independent. You are encouraged to build and manage their own sales force by recruiting. So don't argue when you have to recruit, or you mean I got to go get other people to sell. Yeah, you're going to teach other people as well. So you are recruiting and training other independent agents. Okay, so that means you better realize how you did this. How did you do this? How did you break this down? Okay, because you're going to have to duplicate this for somebody else. Our whole life is a process flow. We get up in the morning, we have our routine. So obviously, this is something we are going to have to duplicate and teach somebody else. So take mental note on how are you doing your business and show them. Yes, I will, Danae. And as well as the sales, no, where we're at. So we're going to train other independent agents. In this method, okay? So no, you're not working at McDonald's. You're using a different model and method to make money. So in this method, commission. So that means you're not paid hourly. It depends on how you work. Commissions is earned on the agent's own sales revenue. Okay? So what you do in your business. So if you're looking at somebody else's business, sorry, I am on my phone today because I had some technical difficulties. So if you're running your business and you're looking at somebody else's revenue and they're making quite a bit more money, then they're doing more in their business. Okay? The harder you work, the more you make. So it's very important that you look at yourself and don't compare in this. So very, very important because it's your own sales force recruited by agents. So as well as the sales revenue of the sales force recruited by the agent and his or her recruits called downlines. So we're also called multi-level marketing and things like that. So what I'm saying with all that is if that is what you've committed to, then basically you have to set a model up based on that. Okay? And that's what we're going to do as we go through this is we now understand what network marketing is. So now the key is making the decision. So I'm going to post on here. This is going to be something that you can have. I love like the 3 C's and I kind of came up with the 3 D's. You know, we have a decision to make. So our decision ultimately determines our direction. So we have to make a decision. Now that decision, I want to say it's your ultimate decision because we can make decisions all day long, but not be so committed to the decision. And so I'm sorry, but if we're coming into this business and wanting to do what this model says, we have to be committed to that decision, the ultimate decision. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is what I have to do to succeed in my business. And you learn by plugging into your support system to make those things work. Okay? So that's why it's very important when you are in network marketing that you plug in where you feel like you fit, that you're getting the most support. Because we succeed with the support. So we make that decision, that's a jump, you're all in, and you have to go for it. So if you second guess that decision, it's very critical on your business. So I look at some of the things that I've done in my past. So when people say, well, what does that look like, Stacy? Well, if we're coming in with the right reasons, which is, I mean, we'll talk about this and some other things, but if you're coming in as a person who wants to help other people, because ultimately we start a business because we want to help other people, and in return we make money for that. So when I started my business, which was a medical day spa, and I was all about helping my clients, and I made a decision that I was going to do this no matter what. And we don't need to go into the whole semantics, but I remember spending 3 months in an attorney's office trying to deal with 2 different matters with 2 different attorneys trying to set this whole business up. But my decision was that I am going to make this business work. For who? My clients. I wanted my clients to have a place to go that they could trust that the support and the services they were receiving was good. And that fulfilled me. And I was determined to do that. I made a decision and I never looked back. And guys, I just want to tell you, I don't boast, but you know, I was on the front of our main magazine here in Wichita. Wrote a whole article, and I love to bring this up because I'm bringing all of this power into what I'm doing now, because I don't get to run a spa. I don't have my spa, but it was my heart and soul, and I loved it. And so now I'm just so excited that I can bring this to you, and I've made a decision that I'm all in, and I want to help you guys succeed. And I love to know that we can go to the top too, and we did it. I did it. We can do it by making these little decisions that are ultimate to our destiny, where we ultimately are going to end up. And so tomorrow I want to come on. And so I challenge you guys to really think about your decision, what you decided, and how are you going to do that? You know, like where are you going? Dream big, dream small. But know that the decision you make is what you want to do, and all the little things along the way, you know, you will overcome all of them just because of the decision. You know, you don't decide to be a mom and then you decide not to be a mom. I decided to be a mom, and I have to overcome all the little difficulties to go to the top with my spa. Okay. And if it's your heart and soul and you love everything about it, you will succeed. But remember, there are key things in this kind of business that makes you successful. Okay. And so you got to realize network marketing is a customer-oriented business. It is a heartfelt business. It's all about caring about a lot of people. And I know how that is because my spa was a place where people, they chose to come there. Not because I forced them. They didn't have to come to me because they were sick. They came to me because they wanted to be there. And that's the same thing in this business model. There is no difference. People are coming to you because they want to be with you. They like the way you teach. There were many different spas. So when you make a decision, you ultimately have to look yourself in the mirror because you're independent and ask yourself, would I hire me? And if so, how do I make this work? And we're going to go into this more and more as we go day by day into this. I'm not leaving y'all hanging. We're going to go through this, but I can't throw it all out. It's kind of like being a Christian. Lord doesn't give us all these blessings up front. We wouldn't be able to handle them. So it's the same thing with this. It's very small pieces. You're going to be tested. There's going to be things that you're going to have to face with this because it's an independent. You're on your own. It's your own business. So I want you to really think about this. It's really, really key because it's going to be kind of like a baby. And I know my moms out there that are going to watch this, they're going to understand. You got to make the decision when you do. You're all in. You can't get out. I mean, it's going to look different in everybody's eyes. Thank you, Danae. I appreciate that. But be empowered by your decision because tomorrow you're going to talk about your why. Because why we do things. Why? Why do we do it? So, guys, just know that you got to introduce yourself to yourself and make that ultimate decision. And when you get that decision made, write it out. Get it. I mean, I have my book here and I write everything out. My purpose, and I'll read it right from my book. My purpose is to build an environment where people can turn for trusting information, help educate you, a place you can get your questions answered. Build a team of people and travel the world, and that is my purpose, is to give this to people so that they can see that. And so when you define that and you write it out, so write out your decision. You don't need to know the whole direction, because we're going to piece that direction together. But just know that the decision you make will ultimately get you to a destination. So whatever that is, write it out. And then tomorrow, we're going to talk about your why. So just be thinking about that in the back of your mind. But today, think about your decision. So you guys have a great evening, and this is just going to be great. I'm so excited. I have so much stuff to share with you guys. So I don't want to feed you too much, but I want you to take some serious thought to that. And with my family, just another real quick story, why I say it looks different in everybody's eyes, in everybody's life, is because even in my family, I could have jumped on this and just gone hard. But I want to teach you guys how to be foundational. And it was very important to me that this business fit in my life, and that it was foundational. That first and foremost, that I knew God wanted me to have this business. He wanted me to do this business. Because if I'm going against that, I'm not probably making the wisest decision. Number two, I'm married, so I am a wife, and I need to make sure that it is conducive with my marriage. And if it's not fitting there, it's not going to succeed, guys. You're going to run on an empty tank. So it's taken me time to, make sure, number one and number two was very fitting. And once those fit, then came my children, and it was awesome to be able to implement that into my kids' life, because number one and number two fit. And once those fit, it was all on with my kids. I was so excited to say, everything you're doing is supporting this and doing this, because I'm a process flow kind of person. And so once I realized that it fit with number one, number two, number three, I'm all in. We're going for it. So for me, that's how I make decisions, and I see that flourishing, and we grow because we're not solely dependent on ourselves. We're making a decision because we feel that we're called to do that. And so I just encourage you guys, if you're not a Christian, to, I don't know, but for me, I pray about it, and so that's my foundation is, I want to know that God is in it all the way. So you guys have a wonderful evening. If you have any questions, please make sure, put it down in the comments, but, share this with anybody that this might be beneficial to, because it's not just for anybody, just for HempWorks, but it is for, anybody that's trying to grow in their personal life and in their business. I think all of this is fitting for that. So if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with me. But study tonight. Tomorrow I will be on. I'm sorry that I'm not so dedicated right now to a time, but I promise you guys I'll be on every day. I will let you know, try to let you know ahead of time if I'm going to, if I have a committed time. But, again, it looks different in everybody's life. But what I am committing to is that I will be available when I can, and that I will be on here daily and giving you guys the insight, and hopefully be able to work out a more committed time with you. But I just love working with everybody, and I love what I do. So I'm just so excited to have you guys as part of this team, and I look forward to watching you grow. So have a good evening, and God bless all of you.